Hello, I'm Chris Osmond, and this is Solutions. Enough complaining, let's fix America. The third topic I would like to address is a post COVID world. And the reason I want to talk about this is because capitalism is failing us, and there are alternatives to it. I've actually provided some in previous videos. One is called the Venus Project, which deals with having us live in a society or an economic system that's called a resource-based system, where you eliminate scarcity because the resources that are needed around the world, around the country, around the city, wherever you need them, those resources are allocated as needed, not hoarded by the few who have the most money. So look up the Venus Project. Link will be provided down below. If not, in the comments you can ask for the link. It's called the Venus Project, so just search for that. A lot of interesting stuff, actually entertaining website. And Jacques Fresco, who was the founder of the Venus Project, he had some very good insights as far as where the future of humanity should lie or could lie. Now, there's also another reason or a different type of economic system that we could go back to. We could look at the barter system, because right now, we have systems that like eBay and Etsy and all these big companies that are medium-sized companies, whatever size they are, that are providing platforms for people to sell their goods and products. eBay in particular is they're getting rid of PayPal in favor of a company called Ayden, which that's fine. That's their prerogative. It's a private agency, a private entity. But the problem is that what I'm hearing about Ayden is that it's causing a lot of it will cause a lot of slowdown between when you sell a product and when you get the money for selling that product. So why in the world would eBay choose a system that actually puts a bottleneck between you and the money that you deserve for a product or service that you sell? That makes no sense. And it's yet another selling point for Bitcoin, because that's a medium of that's a currency that you can exchange instantaneously. Now, I know the systems to provide a means to transfer Bitcoin from one person to another are ramping up. There's still a little bit of a learning curve, but that is all being reduced. And if you haven't seen the latest price of Bitcoin, if you bought just at the beginning of March, you would have increase your money by 25-30% already just in March. So as I've said in previous videos, Bitcoin does offer at least some possibility of getting some returns. The stock market, no, because it's manipulated by the Federal Reserve. The US dollar, it's being devalued as we speak, as trillions of dollars is being added to the money supply. Um, Investors are even running scared of a lot of stuff that's going on with the stock market. So those things are not necessarily good investments, especially either in the short term or the long term. Short term, they're so volatile, and stocks, they don't seem to react to the actual news that's out there, because a lot of stocks these days go up on good and bad news, which makes absolutely no sense. Another good investment, like I said, is gold. It's just don't get paper gold, meaning don't buy into ETFs that follow track gold, or to any kind of gold uh, ticker that trades on the stock market, because it's coming out that a lot of the paper gold, they're actually not, it doesn't actually align with the amount of physical gold that some of these entities hold. So you might be buying some gold that they actually sold to someone else, that they sold to someone else before that person. That's more or less a Ponzi scheme, because that's basically just allocating, just asking for more funds for the same product or service. It's fraud, and most people go to jail for stuff like that. But when you have a lot of money and you have lobbyists, you can kind of make things that should be illegal, you can kind of make them legal. Now, that's the solutions for the things I was just talking about with eBay is local trading, So instead of dealing with eBay, have local papers with classified ads, deal with people on a local basis where you can set up local trading, local bartering systems. And it's going to become more and more important as they start to continue to regulate and demand proof of where you're spending your money. Banks are withholding money. You can't spend a certain amount of money. They have all these regulations where you could even go to jail if you buy something with cash. That makes no sense. Why bother with cash if you can't even use it the way you want to use it? Now, if you're buying illegal things, and there are certain restrictions that there should be on what you can buy with your money, but that is not what's going on here. Well, for the majority, we have almost everybody is being regulated as far as what they can spend their money on. This is wrong. It should stop. So that's one of them. And I already discussed the other solution, which is Bitcoin. Get out there, look into it, do your own research, because with any investment, there is a possibility of loss. Even with gold, because they have been manipulating gold and suppressing its value for years now. But it's getting to the point where it's going to be a commodity, or physical gold will be something that will be, the value of it will start to increase, because it's being exposed that they're manipulating the price and falsely suppressing the value of gold, especially in America, and I think in London too. But anyway, look into it, and do your own research and invest wisely, because right now, if everything you're holding is in dollars, you're losing value by the day. That's basically the show today. I'm trying to keep it short, trying to keep it concise, because it's taking forever for it to upload to YouTube. And I think what I'm going to do is just break it down into different segments, so that the videos can be uploaded a lot quicker, maybe in like 5 or 10 minute segments. And anyway, like I said, that's the show for today. Join me tomorrow when I'll be talking about why the stock market rallies when so many people get laid off. It's very nefarious, it's very immoral, and it should not exist, because it does not help this country. Anyway, join me again for solutions. Enough complaining. Let's fix America.